Okay, Team Excellence, my favorite people in the whole world. I've got a very short video to do for you guys. I just thought it would be easier to do it this way as opposed to trying to get all the conversation done on our call on Thursday. So what you're going to see here is a very, very, very brief overview of what Corey, Jody, and I went through over the weekend at Millionaire Boot Camp. What I did is I picked I think I actually have seven of the things that stood out most to me. There's a lot more that you'll find out, during our calls in the future, and information John will hand down. But the stuff that I'm going to show you is the stuff that I thought was most powerful for me. In a nutshell, I would say I told John this morning, 20% of the weekend I felt was information on how you can create your business better and do a better job, and tips and stuff. And 80% of it was really a motivational personal growth experience. So I encourage everybody to make it to these events if you haven't gone already. I didn't have the money till 3 days before, but I decided I was going to go, and because I did, I think my business will skyrocket. I mean, I'm fired up and ready to go. So here we go. One of the first things that came up, one of the teams, Troy Brown's team, they talked about how so many people were getting overwhelmed with their list of 100 people and a list of 200 people, and who do they talk to first and what do they say. And what he said that they did, and they tested this and it worked. They reached marketing director in like record time. Was they built a team doing the following, and what they call it is 5 to 10 to win. And what that means is, let's say you're new to the group, you pick 5 or 10 people that you think would be great candidates for World Ventures, and you focus on those 5 to 10. You sign up as many of those 5 to 10 as you can, then your new focus goes to their 5 or 10. Okay, so what that does is that narrows down your focus of who you're talking to 5 or 10 people, and they felt that what it did is it laser focused what they wanted to accomplish, and then they just kept doing that. The best 5 to 10, sign as many as they can, go to those people's 5 to 10, sign as many as they can, and move on. So that was the thing, and everybody, all the other speakers, including the owners, Wayne and Mike, were very impressed with using this. So that's something that I think we'll discuss a little bit more on Thursday's call. The next one was focus on face-to-face meetings, and again, Troy's team has tested this out, and basically what they said is, it doesn't mean you don't do travel parties, it doesn't mean you don't do three-way calls with John, but as much as possible you're going to want to do face-to-face, and they said over coffee. So in other words, you'll have 30 people that you want to invite to your travel party, 10 people say they're coming, and 3 people show up. And he said, the ratio of people that say they'll meet you for coffee and actually show up is like 95%. So you're better off trying to do the one-on-ones or the two-on-ones by scheduling a face-to-face meeting for coffee. Now, obviously, the way we're all working, where we're trying to find people, through the internet and that don't necessarily live next to us, as well as John not living next to us. So, it's not like we could take John. John's not going to fly in every time we want to do a one-on-one. So you kind of lose that. But if you really know your product and you have everything down, you can do that one-on-one and then get John on the phone to, finish the conversation if it needs to happen. Buy the new Just Press Play video. Corey bought 2 of them. I was going to buy a couple, but by the time I was ready to get them, they were closed. They had closed the back room up. So you want to get those. You probably find those in your back office. But basically, it's just something you can hand out. I'm going to tell a story on Thursday. Remind me if I forget about the broken DVD player. It's a funny story, but it's a little bit longer than I want to spend on right now. So remind me to tell you about the broken DVD player. Put the intro video on your iPhone if you have an iPhone. So there was one person that got up and spoke and said, they have it right there on their iPhone. So if they're at dinner and they start talking to someone and it sounds like they're interested, they can just hand the phone over and go, hey, watch this video. So I plan to do that this week. Next thing is to teach, to teach, to teach. In other words, it's not enough that you join World Ventures and you learn the product and you're ready to go so that you can go out there and sign up 50 people. Your business isn't going to grow the way it can, and it's not going to duplicate the way it can if you do it that way. What you want to do is you want to train people to teach what you know. So John's doing that with us. You know, he knows what he knows. He's making sure that we all know it. Eventually he'll get us to the point where we can teach it. But the key is to teach your people under you, to teach their people under them, to teach their people under them, and so on. So that now your business duplicates. You've got everybody's out there getting people brought in as opposed to just you. I mean, you can have all the knowledge in the world, but if the people below you don't, then your business isn't going to grow as much as it could. So always focus on your downline. That was the big thing. And all the folks that stood up and talked, and you know, the leaders that were training us, these folks have huge downlines that are hugely successful, and all of their people are getting up raving about how great they were. These people are so focused on the people below them being successful that it's making them really successful. So that's basically the point there. Next one, be a talent scout. Don't focus on numbers. Don't you know, go out there and think, okay, I got to sign 10 people up. If you sign up 10 people that aren't going to do any business for you, that aren't going to be motivated to do any you know, any calls or to bring any people in, you know, yeah, you'll get your 20 bucks a person, but your business isn't going to grow. And you'll be beating your head against the wall because you're going to be constantly trying to get them to be producers when in reality they may not be. So be careful of that. Look for people that you think are going to produce. Find your builders within your group and support their needs. Give them all that they need. Now that doesn't mean if, let's say, you have 5 people and one person you know will be a great builder and the other 4 aren't going to be, you know, great builders. That doesn't mean you ignore the 4. What that means is if, you know, one of the 4 that aren't great builders has absolutely no chance and doesn't have any drive, and you're spending all your time trying to fix them into being a builder, eventually you got to realize, you know, they're not a builder. So you got to go find new builders and support the builders that you have, because that's how your business is going to duplicate. And again, at the bottom it says stop trying to get numbers and focus more on quality builders first. So that was the point behind be a talent scout. You want to make sure that you get the people that are going to duplicate and grow your business. Back off the web postings. We'll go into this on Thursday. John will tell you. They had a whole section of this where they don't want people to overload Facebook with World Venture stuff. They were very much against what I think most of us have been doing, and that is doing posts every 3 minutes. They were pretty adamant about that. You do not post your World Ventures links anymore. And I'm guilty of this. I've been on there going, you know, hey, you want to work from home and make lots of money, then check out this site. That's an absolute no-no moving forward. And the reason is the company's growing so fast, and it's getting so big that you know, reputation is going to be something huge. And if there's a whole bunch of us out there just spamming the hell out of people, that's the reputation World Ventures is going to get, and they don't want that. So we'll talk more with John about that, I'm sure, but as soon as you hear this video, stop doing that. That doesn't mean you don't post on Facebook. It just means, you know, be very careful and very aware. Build a friends first relationship, meaning the relationship, and then drip the World Ventures stuff onto them. You'll get better results. You know, don't bombard people for friend requests, and then as soon as they befriend you, start hitting them. Oh, you got to see this this business I'm in. You know, do what, you know, John and actually I've started to do, and everybody I think has really started to do, and that is put little teaser things out there. You know, push team excellence, and then maybe just drip a little information on World Ventures. Get people curious so that they come to you. Positioning is key. John will talk about this, but basically you want to do your lineage so that you're building the outside of your left and right team.